Welcome to Love from Lisha. For an extra dose of love in your day, click subscribe and the bell to be notified when new videos go live weekly. Today we'll be talking about the dangers of making assumptions. Think about a time when you made an assumption about something and you were wrong. You assumed that a person was going to do something, you interpreted something incorrectly, you anticipated that a situation would lead to something that it didn't lead to. You were convinced in your head that it was one way, and it turned out to be another way. That's completely natural. It happens all the time because we as humans, we love a good story. We're storytellers and we like to have a complete picture. It gives us a sense of security to know what to expect, to feel grounded in our beliefs being accurate. And so of course we go towards assumptions. It also plays on our insecurities, fears, concerns, all sorts of emotions. So assumptions are natural. And at the same time, they're dangerous because we can assume something, and when it's wrong, that can be embarrassing, it can be awkward. We can spend a bunch of emotion worrying about something because we assume it's going to be one way, or it happened this way, or we interpreted something and it was completely wrong. And then we think, oh my gosh, I assumed all of this and it didn't even come to fruition. For example, I was talking to someone who told me, I think my boss is upset with me. They've been really aloof lately. I'll walk by them and they're not even acknowledging me. They used to be more personable. I think I've done something. I'm worried I'm about to lose my job. And there was all of this stress and anxiety. They assumed that their boss's change in behavior had something to do with them personally. Later on, they found out that their boss's energy had been consumed by a business deal that was starting to go south, and they were concerned and kind of taken up in their head. So it had nothing to do with that person. I'm sure that's happened many times for you. You pass someone and you're like, oh my gosh, that person didn't even say hi. Are they mad at me? What happened? And maybe they were caught up in their own thoughts or didn't even see you. This can happen in relationships too, where we think something happened. We interpret someone's busy texting. I bet they're texting someone that's more important than I am. Who knows? Maybe it could be that their mom is feeling ill. Just think about all the times that you've assumed something, and when you have learned more information, it has turned out to not be the truth. One example for me is I was recently on a client call, and this is someone I've been working with for a while. Towards the end of the session, I heard a tapping noise, and I thought, oh my gosh, are they multitasking? Are they sending emails or doing something else unrelated to this coaching call? And so I started getting stuck in my head of, okay, maybe the pace is too slow. Maybe they're getting distracted. Maybe they're getting antsy. There's something going on. There's something off about this session that is causing my client to start doing something else. So not only did I assume that in my head, but then I actually said something, and I said, hey, just to bring this out into the open, if you are ever feeling distracted or like you need to multitask, or the pacing of the session just isn't right for you, or something else is going on, please just bring it out into the open. Let me know so that we can address it. And the person was like, okay. And then I said, just out of curiosity, what is that clacking noise in the background? And the client said, well, what you were saying was really interesting, and I just wanted to make sure that I captured it, so I was taking notes. Well, they were writing furiously, and so I thought, okay, well, there must be something else going on. Little did I know, I was just especially fascinating in that moment and full of golden nuggets. In all seriousness, that was a wake-up call to me, was to always remain in that curiosity and that openness. And I felt terrible because I had talked about full disclosure and sharing if there was distraction, and it was anything but. It was that the person was extra attentive and wanting to capture what I was saying. So if I could have a do-over, I would have said, hey, I noticed there's some clacking in the background. What's going on there? For you, as soon as you're starting to feel like you're creating a story maybe, or you're thinking something, jumping to conclusions, believing something, consider, what do you know to be true about this? What are the facts that you have? And if you don't have the facts, then start getting curious, engage that curiosity and that openness to learn more, or just be able to let it go and say, you know what, that happened, and there are too many holes in the situation to really be able to interpret it to come to an accurate assumption, so I'm not going to spend time thinking about it and contemplating it. But if it is something that you want to give thought to, ask questions, get curious, be engaged, rather than just assuming you know the whole story to what was going on. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about things that you've assumed in the past, when you put your foot in your mouth because of those assumptions, and what you'll start doing in order to not jump to conclusions and create as many assumptions. If you like this video, please click like, share, subscribe, click the bell to be notified when new episodes go live weekly. And for more about me, my website is coachlisha.com. Until next time, with more love from Lisha. Bye!